Okay, I'm going to attempt to put together a couple of videos here because I don't want it to be one long video, nor just a bunch of Facebook videos that get lost in the Facebook universe. So this is going to be kind of choppy because there's just videos posted everywhere. But we are in Alexandria, Louisiana, Hotel Bentley, built in 1919, I believe. A lot of history here, and that will be a separate thing. I'm going to do that separately. Right now, I would like to do a quick day one, day two of getting here, the places that we've seen, and all this has to do with the inspiration of The Calling, which is available on Amazon now in e-Kindle reader mode for $5. So anyway, it's probably gonna be choppy, but here it goes. So I find myself in Louisiana in search of, I don't know, when we find it, we'll know. But still being drawn to The Calling, the novel, now available on electronic Kindle edition. Just search The Calling, Michael Hill, Amazon. That Virginia Belle, my Virginia Belle, of course, was inspired by the Virginia Belle Moore. And we are headed down to Alexandria, where she spent some time in 1940 working at the called the Charity Hospital down there, and it's still, the remnants are there. It's like a shut down, haunted hospital thing. But before we go there, we were gonna stay here in Shreveport because a lot of interesting Virginia Belle history happened here. So if we turn around and we take a look at what was happening in 1944, of course, many people have seen this picture. There she is. That is actually 1944 in Takao, Cocktail Lounge on Powell. So that's, yeah. But at the same time, in June 17th, 1944, Cecil, who is her dad, actually dies in Shreveport. And the newspaper article actually talks about her. The funeral is pending upon the arrival of their daughter from San Francisco. And I know where they live. They live down over there, and the apartments are still there. I don't know if I will venture there or not. But so in 1944, 4 years after she was living in Alexandria, she did return here to take care of her father. Now, there's a lot that I don't know happens between 44 and 45, and that's where she meets Ulan, and they have a baby, and it's, I don't know, there's about 9 months there that I really can't figure out what happened with her, because when I catch back up with her, she's in Kansas City. So I don't know if she goes back to San Francisco after her dad passes away. But anyway, tomorrow I'll head down to Alexandria, and actually the house that she rented in 1940 with another nurse is still there, right on the Red River. So that's gonna be a pretty cool perspective. But it's hard to believe that it's 70 degrees right now at December 26th. There's a train. It's supposed to be a high of 80 today, and right over there, sun's coming up, and that is south. We'll be heading towards Alexandria, Louisiana, and I might take the little road. I think it's Highway 1, or Louisiana 1. Takes you kind of down by follows the river. And yeah, I'm excited. So 60, 70, 80, 86 years separates. So this is 40 years before I meet her in a photograph. Her parents are living up in Shreveport. Dad's working for the railroad. She is actually rooming with Gertrude, which I did take that name and made Gertrude. If you've read the book, she does meet Gertrude on the train. But this Gertrude in real life, I've learned, actually married a doctor that was here, and Gertrude was down, and then Gertrude went to New Orleans to do anesthesia, and then they got married, and there's a lot of history with them, but that I can find. But yeah, wow, I never thought I would make it to this place. And just around the corner is going to be where she lived. So about 2 blocks, we're about a block from the Red River, and then they had a little house that I think is no worse for wear than, well, yeah, it's worse than this hospital here. But so I guess they would walk to work. I don't know, or maybe there was buses or something. But isn't this great? The big boulevard, big fancy hospital. So this story pretty much began right, pretty much in the center of the screen there. Rent house, where Gertrude and Virginia, both nurses employed by the government, were working at the charity hospital, which was just right across that bridge. It was in walking distance, and that was in 1940. And then from here, she would have ended up somehow in 43, but I can't believe she stayed here for 3 years. Don't know what happened between 40 and 43, but she headed on down that direction towards New Orleans, got on the Sunset Limited, made her way to Los Angeles, and then up to San Francisco, where she went to the Marine Hospital, only to return back to Shreveport fairly quickly to handle her deceased father's arrangements. Then, Ulan, a baby, Kansas City. She was still a nurse. And we're gonna leave it at that. But right here, this book wouldn't exist without the person that lived over there. Wow. And I bet she came to this hotel that we're in. Because, well, what are you gonna do after work? Go hang out at the hotel bar. Alexandria, Louisiana. That's actually Pineville over there, across the river.